between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. He stiff arms it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Derek Forrest on the coverage.
52 Blue.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, giving just 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Daniels. He'll get this complete to Senate, the tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To throw is Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. Throw to the right here, taken in by McCollum. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Daniels with a give to Cross-Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now Daniels. To the right side and caught by Senate. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really feel things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Right, absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off and win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. Going to be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
10-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Ready.
They'll start with a run by Mason. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw.
19-yard line.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here is 3rd down and 4.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 24 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
6 yards. That's another Vikings first down.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
They run it with Mason. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Mason with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Minnesota's kick team running in. The Vikings moving away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's got a man wide open, complete.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for Washington.
Play action, now it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard
To the air goes Daniels. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as they'll get this out past the 35-yard line.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
50, green.
They'll throw now on the final play. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Daniels looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good for a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 10.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
A gain of 3, second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converted on it before he could get much out of it.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll look to throw again. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Let's go.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. The solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run again with Mason. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Go now. 45, white.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Addison, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by center.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Come on.
And now an audible here into something else.
Trap 60.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Ready.
Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Mason on the draw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Vikings, first down.
Ready.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Set. Hut. Set.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
2nd and goal.
Set. Ready.
The 15-yard line.
2nd and 15.
A dump off for Mason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jordan Mason.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To throw is Daniels. Here's White. They set up the screen.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked very for a solid game.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. And they go play action. Daniels.
From the left side, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now Daniels. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds. Right at the 1.
A 5-yard pickup.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Touchdown, Washington.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
Commanders 13.
So that lines up a 7-play drive all total.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Gets around him.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the time.
Now the ball comes loose. And he's able to get up here to the 26. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the side.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Amos.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Looking for a shot, and he's got him.
It's a gain of 11.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's caught by Sennett. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the wall. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Krosky Merritt is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to move it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, change the field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Okay,
now
ready?
2nd and 4.
Here we go.
A first carry for Rashad White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead.
27, Vikings 21.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 27-21. A little over 80 ticks to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
That'll be caught by James. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First down.
He'll look to throw.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
That's another Vikings first down.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. From the left side here, and it's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's now
the decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining.
Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13.
Here we go, set, ready.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To the air goes Daniels.
He's got a man, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
39 yards.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it.
And the Commanders are going to win this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the